All right, here's the interesting thing.
Jim may walk out now.
No, I was going to say, Jim Sturgess is amongst the 5 most important actors in the universe at this moment.
Oh, absolutely.
And it works all the time. And all we're doing is boring Jim here with discussions of how dumb we are.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And Mark's like,
we were all in that together. I felt a part of that as well.
Really? That's nice of you to say, Jim,
That's
but you don't really believe
Jim has actually been on the program before. He may never return again.
That's not true.
Yet he comes back.
No.
How was the vibe with Jennifer Love Hewitt in the green room?
Yeah.
I felt
She's really nice.
a tremendous
He was
chemistry.
trying to set you up.
What?
He was trying to set you
Oh,
up.
were you?
Uncle Sam always does that.
Okay.
I'm very good at it.
Is that why the mood lighting was
Yeah.
all
Did you
like that?
covered by
Yeah.
We have a
And the lava
dinner.
lamp.
had the,
Right.
yeah.
Barry White playing in the background, yeah.
But of the various actresses you have squired around, I mean...
Squired around. That's a good use of the English language.
Thank you very much.
He's creative with it.
But no, do you gravitate generally towards actresses or folks who are not in the business?
Well, my girlfriend, I have a long-term girlfriend who's not in the business.
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
That would she be understanding about Jennifer Love Hewitt?
I'm thinking no.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking no.
And she's not in the business?
She's not. Well, she's a musician.
Okay.
Slightly different kind of business.
Right.
Yeah.
But then how does she cope with you being away so much?
Well, she's away more than I am, so I'm the one who has to cope, you know.
I see.
But we travel around. I mean, it actually works out. Like, when she's not on tour, then she comes and finds me wherever I might be.
That's nice.
And vice versa.
You meet up.
Then we
That's
meet
fun.
up, yeah.
Have you ever toured and all of a sudden, wow, we're going to be actually in the same city? Has that ever happened per chance?
No, not yet. Hopefully, yeah.
And you can actually, with all seriousness, wear a T-shirt that says, I'm with the band.
Right.
Because you
Yes.
are.
And me.
Yes.
You
No,
mean it?
I'm the biggest groupie of the band.
Do we know the band?
They're a band called La Rue. They're a sort of electro 80s pop band. They're pretty big in, I mean, they're pretty big here as well.
Right.
And
But
what
in
does she
England,
play?
you know, they had like a #1 album and all
Oh,
that
wow.
craziness, yeah.
All right, so...
And they won a Grammy too.
Oh, my goodness.
Is there a conversation when you say to her, hey, honey, I'm shooting a new movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to kiss Anne Hathaway 5,000 times.
Well, the thing that always happens is that my girlfriend will come onto set and become best friends with the actress.
Smart girl.
So they always love her way more than they like me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Very
So
clever.
she's got that all worked out.
I see. This movie, One Day, sounds really interesting. It's based on a very popular book.
Yes.
And it spans this period of time.
20 years. 20 years. You revisit the characters on the same day, the 15th of July, for 20 years. You know, so you kind of catch up with where they're at in their own personal lives and where they're at in their relationship as they try and work out their complicated friendship, I suppose it really is.
And do you think the sort of conceit of it could ever work, that you could sort of see somebody one day a year every...
Well, they see... the film just catches up with them
On that
one
day,
day.
right.
I mean, they may be seeing each other all year. They may have a whole year's apart, you know. They have their separate lives, and then we sort of catch up with them and find out where they are in their lives. So they're not meeting each other that one day each year, you know.
I love this story, though. It's I just really like
It's
the
a
idea. Did
fascinating
you
idea.
jump at it, or...?
Yeah, I mean, because I read the screenplay before I'd read the book. You know, so even as a script and as a film, I thought it worked really,
You're
really
such
well.
a romantic.
He really is.
But the book is amazing. You know, then once you read the book, I mean,
I have it on my
people are
bedside
so
table.
attached to this book. Certainly back in England, it's huge.
Yeah.
You know.
And here's the thing, Jim shared with us that once he saw it with the music, waterworks. He just... Will you not cry when we run this clip?
It depends what the
Will you
music is.
hold me, Jim, if we get too emotional?
Okay, here we go. Take a look one day.
And then Sylvie just came along. And she sort of saved me, really.
She's very beautiful.
Of course, she has absolutely no sense of humor.
Just as well, sense of humor's overrated. Goofing around all the time. The only time Ian ever really made me laugh was when he fell down the stairs.
Well, you know, Sylvie says she doesn't like to laugh. Doesn't really like what it does to her face.
I think you're griping about your dates.
Well, yeah, I guess.
and finding
Well, at this point in the film, he's found another lady. You know?
Right.
So they haven't seen each other for a long time, and now they're sort of reconnecting at a wedding, which often happens, you know, where you don't see someone for many years, and then suddenly they show up at a mutual friend's wedding, and that's them sort of getting together for the first time and talking it out.
Wow.
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 Oh.
Weddings do strange things to people, too.
Oh,
they bring
boy,
up all
don't they?
kinds of weird...
Did any weird stuff happen at your brother's wedding?
My brother's wedding, no, it all went without a hitch. It was all pretty
Lovely.
good. Yeah, yeah.
And rare.
And
What
rare,
did
yeah.
you think of Anne's accent? Did you give her any pointers?
I kept really well out of it. She really had that all under control. You know, she was doing a sort of northern British accent, which is a very kind of complicated accent to get right. And I was doing a very posh sort of RP accent, it's called. So we were both sort of,
RP.
you know, working on our own.
What does RP stand for? Dare I
I
ask?
don't know. I can't remember.
Well, we'll tell you this. One day,
Pathetic use of the English language.
one day opens in theaters this Friday, and I'm going to say it is 60-40 that Jim comes back again.
No, he's coming back.
I think it's higher.
I thought it went okay.
All right.
No, we feel great about it.
We would
about it.
invite you back.
No, you're welcome.
You're welcome to come.
As long as you invite me,
You might get
I'll
home
be
and say,
back.
I'd rather not.
It's whether you're like, Jim, nice to see you.
Find
Thanks
my
for
agent.
Thank you, Jim.
Never again. Cross
Mark, on
off
the other
the
hand, you have to be back.
I get it. But
See,
I got a
for Jim,
feeling
it's an option.
But if his scheduling works, he won't make an effort to come back.
He'll
But
be
if it
back.
all
He
works,
has to be in town. Fair enough.
We're making it worse. Let's let it.
It's gone so well. It's gone so well.
See, but unlike other shows where they talk about you after you leave, we talk about you whilst you're here.
Okay, so at least it's an open canvas.
It's an open
It is.
canvas.
Yes.
I thought he did very well.
I feel that your word quote will be far exceeding all of us
His vocabulary
combined.
count is high.
Yeah, vocabulary.